In 2014, Matt set out to summit Mount Everest, but his trip was cut short by a devastating avalanche. So in 2015, he set out yet again.
We left for this most recent expedition to Nepal April 14th, which was actually quite late in the climbing season, but due to my exam schedules, we left a little bit later. And I guess, looking back on it, it was either a really good decision or a really bad decision.
The day Matt arrived at the base camp, the unthinkable happened.
So we got to Nepal and I was getting really excited. We showed up to base camp and we're walking through, and all of a sudden I feel the earth start to move. And then I heard something kind of weird, and I looked up in the clouds and I just saw this huge wall of snow just come out of the clouds. And at that moment, it was probably one of the most scared I've ever been in my entire life. And we run behind this rock, and Willie was telling me, pull your buff, which is like a little neck gaiter, over your face so you don't breathe in all this snow. And what was really weird is the air blast from this specific avalanche was moving so fast that it actually created a vacuum that sucked all the oxygen out behind the rock. So there was a little while where we couldn't actually even breathe oxygen. It was just kind of like little gasps of air, which was really scary. So that minute or so for me was extremely, extremely terrifying. I got up and my adrenaline's rushing. The next 20 or so minutes for me was really just a blur. I don't even remember what really happened. I just remember running around and then running to this tent. And I'm just kind of sitting there and feeling sorry for myself, thinking, am I gonna even make it out of this? What actually shook me out of this whole trance kind of deal was Greg, who was from IMG, said, we need all able-bodied people out here right now to help out. And I looked around at the people in the tent and they're just kind of staring into the wall. And I was like, come on guys, let's go. And they just sat there. It was a combination of scouting and how my parents raised me, and they really kind of shook me and said, I need to go help out. I'm not hurt at all, and there's people who are dying outside.